Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to share some useful tips on how to look after your physical health if you're working or studying from home. So at the moment, all of my university lectures and tutorials take place online, and I was also working full-time from home in the summer, so I thought I might share with you some of my experiences and what has helped me. My first tip, and possibly the most important one, is to make sure you have a good posture. So the problem with working from home is we often feel stuck to our desks, and usually in an office you might take a break from your desk to discuss problems with your colleagues or to attend meetings. But now with everything taking place online, this means we now spend a lot more time in front of a screen. So when I was working in the summer, I was told the importance of ergonomics and a good posture. Like my line manager told me, my supervisors told me, and the team manager also told me. But I thought I never had ergonomic problems, so I wasn't very careful. Then I ended up with constant back pain and shoulder pain after a couple of weeks. So here is what I learned during the summer. So make sure your chair and your desk are at the right height. If your feet don't touch the floor, your chair might be too high. So if you don't have an adjustable chair, you can work around this by putting something on the floor for your feet to rest on. My second tip is to be careful when you need to work on a laptop for a long period of time. So the problem with laptop is that the monitor is not at your eye level, which means you're likely to be leaning forward, and that can put a lot of strain on your shoulders. So after my experience with all the ergonomic problems in the summer, I decided to get a separate monitor. But if you don't want to get a monitor, you can also get a laptop stand and a separate keyboard, and place your laptop further away from you to make sure that the screen is at your eye level. My next tip is to take regular breaks. So I like to use the Pomodoro method. If you haven't heard of it, this is when you work for 25 minutes at a time with a 5 minutes break in between. And after 4 sessions, you take a longer break lasting between 15 to 30 minutes. But instead of doing 25 minutes sessions, I prefer doing 35 minutes sessions. So you can experiment with this method to find a session length that suits you. And don't just spend these breaks going on social media. Make sure you leave your desk, you can walk around the room and do some stretches, and make sure you give your eyes a rest. You can also take micro breaks. This means looking away from the monitor at regular intervals to avoid eye strain. The next tip is to remember to be active. So I find it very helpful to do a short 10 to 15 minutes workout before the start of the day. And this doesn't need to be an intense workout. It could be simple stretches, or since I'm trying to improve my balance, I like to follow a few balance workout routines on YouTube. I also find it very refreshing to go for walks during longer breaks or straight after the end of the day. My next tip is to create a separate area in your house for work. So this helps us associate the place with work so we can concentrate better and also relax more easily after work. And I know this is not possible for everyone. Like, I only have one desk in my room, so this is not possible for me. But what I have found very helpful is to use different browsers, one for work and one for personal stuff. And I make sure that I close my work browser after the work hours. So this brings me to my final tip. It is so important to set a boundary between your work life and your personal life. I stopped having my work email on my phone because I used to see a notification and I couldn't resist the urge to check the email right at that moment. And that had created a lot of stress for me. So I decided to not have my work email on my phone, and it's been so helpful, so I will recommend this. I think it's so important that when we get off work, we really do get off. So I would suggest logging off your work email and other communication platforms you use for work. I hope you have found the tips helpful, and I really do hope you are all doing well in this strange time. So let me know if you're working from home at the moment and what has helped you manage. If you're new to this channel, I usually do language-related videos, so if that interests you, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another video.